Okay, so today we're going to learn how to do division using the Big 7 method. You might have learned previously how to do the algorithm, and that is great also. This is just another strategy in case you're having trouble learning the algorithm. So with the Big 7, basically we're going to make this into a, that's why it's called a Big 7, because we end up making it look like a 7. And we're going to use repeated addition to help us understand how many times that we are actually taking away 42 from 1,092. Because division is just really repeated subtraction. The same way that multiplication is repeated addition, division is repeated subtraction. But we're actually going to use repeated addition to figure out how many times we repeatedly take away or subtract, okay? So let's start out, and we're going to start out with 42, which is our divisor, and we're going to figure out how many times, or we're going to use repeated addition up to 5 to help us solve this. So we're going to start here, and we're going to do 42 plus 42 gives us 2 plus 2 is 4, 4 plus 4 is 8. So we're going to do, come over here and we're going to write 42 times 1 is 42. 42 times 2 is 84, right? We just did that. Now we're going to do another repeated addition and do 4 plus 2 is 6, 8 plus 4 is 12. Now we know what 42 times 3 is. Two more times we're going to do it. We're going to go all the way to 42 times 5. So let's add this again. This is 8. So this is 42 times 4. It's 168. One last time. And it's 210. 42 times 5 is 210. And you can see over here I've written down 42 times 1, my answer, and I'll down all the way to 42 times 5. Now, I could do that and go all the way and get to 1,092, but oh my goodness, that would take a long time, so we're not going to do that. So we're going to use what we know about multiplication, and we are going to, and we're actually going to kind of skip ahead for just a second. Hold on just a second. Please don't do that again, okay? All right, so now we're going to skip a few, and this time we're going to say, what is 42 times 10? And look, we know that when we do 42 times 1, we get 42. Well, multiplying something by 10, we're going to take the same number, 42, and when we multiply something by 10, we simply put a 0 on the end, right, as long as it's a whole number. All right, so now we've got 420. 42 times 20, well, times 2 is 84. We can just simply put a 0 on that. Same thing here. I bet you already are seeing a pattern. 42 times 30 is just 126. Put a 0 on the end. That becomes 1,260. Bless you. So I actually can stop here because I know that it can't. I've already passed my numbers. See how many times it goes into. Hold on just a second. Will you sit back there? Will you take your book and sit back there, please? Thank you. All right. So this is this number right here. We've already gone past, so we're going to stop right there. But let's just pretend, just for a second, that this number instead was an 8. We would need to keep going, wouldn't we? We would need to say, okay, 42 times 40 is 1,680. And we would even need to go further. 42 times 50, and that would be 2,100, right? But we're going to stop, and we could even pretend say 3. We'd need to go even farther, right? We're not there yet. So we could skip and we could say 42 times 100, and that would be 4,200. So you see how we can go as far as we need to go. In this case, we don't need to go this far because our number is 1,092. So we're going to look up here and we're going to say, what is the largest number that we can take out of 1,092? What is our largest number? That is way too big. That's too big. That's too big. This is too big. There's our number. This is small enough that we can take it out of 1,092. So I'm going to circle that, and I'm going to take it away from 1,092. But before I do that, I need to know how many times did I take away 42 if I took out 840? Well, I took it out 20 times. So I'm going to write the number 20 right here. Does that make sense so far? Okay, now I've got to subtract. 2 minus 0 is 2. 9 minus 4 is 5. I got to borrow here. 10 minus 8 is 2. Now, I need to know the largest number that I can now take out of 252. That's too big. This is a good number right here, 210. I can take that out of 252. So I'm going to write 210, 2, 4. How many times did I take 42 out to get 210? 5 times. I'll write that there. Okay, I only have 42 left. This should be pretty easy. That's too big, that's too big, that's too big. Oh, perfect, just right. So that gives me 0. How many times did I take 42 out to get 42? 1. Now I've done all of my work, but I still don't have my answer. Now I have to add up all the times that I took out 42. Well, first I took out 42 20 times. Then I took out 42 5 times. Then I took out 42 1 time. I'm going to add those up. 20 plus 5 is 25. Plus 1 more is 26. So my answer is 26. How can I know that that's my answer? I can check with multiplication. So I'm going to do 42 times 26. Whoops. I'm going to split this apart. Bring my 0 down. 2 times 2 is 4. 2 times 4 is 8. 6 times 2 is 12. 6 times 4 is 24, plus 1 more is 25. I'm going to add those together. Whew, excuse me. And look, that is what I started with, and that is my answer. So my answer for the problem is 26. 42 will go into 1,092 26 times. Thank you. And that is the Big 7 method.